Welcome. This is Minesh Baxi, and I have some interesting information to share with you if you are a business owner, a sales professional, a service professional. And one of the books I have published is called 100K Income Mastery in 5 Simple Steps. Now, for some people, 100,000 is not a lot of money. For some people, 100,000 is a lot of money. But 100,000 usually in our culture tells that people are successful. Now, you're not mega successful, you're not in the top 1% yet, and I have a lot of friends who are, for whom a $100,000 amount may not be much. But for most people, my experience has shown that once they make $100,000, they are much better financially usually. And they also now have the belief that they can go to the next level that they want, whatever that is. So today I want to share with you some very simple concepts that will help you or somebody you know that you want to help increase their business. Now, I came from a background of no business. So basically, you might be like, Minesh, who are you to tell me anything about it? I have a bachelor's in electrical engineering. I have a master's in systems engineering and management. And I was a computer programmer for 12 years, except I was not really happy at my job. I'm one of those guys who likes to be out and about, not sit at a desk all day long. I would like to talk to people, individuals, groups, but I don't want to be talking to a computer all day long. And that's one of the reasons eventually it became frustrating for me to be at my job, and I decided to be on my own. Trust me, it was not an easy experience. It was very tough transition, having no real business background, having no idea how to get clients, how to run a business. I went from making six-figure income to zero, and that was definitely very difficult for me. And then when 2007 and 8 hit, it was not a fun time either because I had assumed that what I was achieving was going to be continue to be there. But you and I know life changes, things change, circumstances change, and it's good to be prepared rather than just hope things will be okay. And that was the time when I had to look at myself and say, hey, am I doing the things which are good for me and I can enjoy a good life while obviously making good money and helping people as well. So what I put together are some key ideas that if you implement, you can get the results that you want in business as well. Now, everything that I'm going to share with you is from personal experience, but one important idea that you and I must remember is action creates results, not information. In the world we live in today, you can Google for anything and find pretty much anything you want. Like I don't know why people buy cookbooks anymore, in my opinion, because anything that I want to cook, I can go to Google, YouTube, and all the resources that are available for cookbook. But it still requires somebody to follow the directions to achieve the results. I can give you the recipe, right? The book is right here, but if you don't follow the directions the way they are spelled out, you're not going to get the results either. So let's just get started with some of the key concepts which will be helpful to you. The first thing you and I need to have is the why. See, everybody does not want to start a business. Everybody does not want to go into sales because there are reasons why you want to do something or not. What are your compelling reasons that you would even do something different? Entrepreneurship is never easy. A business is always hard. Like I mentioned to you about my in-laws' Chinese restaurant, my sister-in-law, Margaret, she and her siblings, they worked a lot. They worked a lot and they were really very concerned about helping their clients. They wanted to make sure their employees were happy and they did a great job of running the business. But it takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of effort, and a lot of sacrifices before you can achieve it. Are you really ready for that? Because if you are not, the first time you hear a rejection, the first time you have a challenge, you're going to quit and leave. If that's what you are thinking, then maybe business may not be for you. So the first place to start is what is your why? The second thing you want to know is where you are. Let us be realistic. So for example, if you want to lose weight, you have a reason to lose weight. That's good. But the second part is you and I need to know where we are. What is our weight, body fat, or whatever else you need to know before you can start losing weight. And the same thing applies in business. You and I need to have the clarity of where we are, because if the GPS does not know where you are, the GPS cannot tell you where to go. And that will help you set up goals for yourself in the future as well. Put down very honestly what your situation is, how many clients you have, how much revenue you have, etc., how much capital you have as well. The third part is make yourself somebody that is a make it happen person. So become a make it happen person. Now, what does that mean? There are people who fall victims to everything, and we live in a culture today where it's everybody else's fault. Well, that doesn't work very well, does it? If you are responsible for the business, guess what? The buck stops right where with you. And make it happen people. Look for opportunities and turn around and make things happen in a way that they can get results. Which means what? Things don't happen accidentally. Somebody has to focus on the goal, somebody has to plan for it, and then execute it exactly. Nobody gets rich, nobody succeeds in a business just by sitting at home watching TV. They actually do certain things that the people who are not successful will not be willing to do. You need to go to gym, you go to gym. You need to talk to 100 people a day, you talk to 100 people a day. Whatever it is, become a proactive, make it happen person. Now, there are a number of things you could do to become a make it happen person. First of all, make sure that you have a clear goal, something that you can focus on. Then make sure you have a proven plan, because if you don't have a proven plan, you are going to be finding yourself in difficulty. Now, this is not the plan that you came up with just dreaming about it. This is a plan that somebody has used before, a general strategy like a cookbook recipe, and they have gotten good results. So you follow a proven plan. The third is skill. Skill is never easy, never automatic, and you and I have to work hard to develop a skill. If it is something important that we want to accomplish, I promise you, you need a skill that's not natural to you. And that skill will help you get the results you want. And the fourth part about the make it happen person is you have consistency in developing and maintaining and growing your skills so that you can get the results you want. The next step is about getting clients. If you and I don't have a strategy to get clients, now one of the steps that I teach in clients is one is become somebody who has known as an expert in the neighborhood, in your community, in your target market. If you are known as an expert, more people are going to come to you because they respect what you have to say. Here is the bottom line. If they don't pay attention to you, they're not going to pay any money to you either. So what can you do to be known as an expert? Like what I'm doing right now is something people can do to be known as an expert. You can have a Facebook group, Facebook page. You can have a lot of people on social media following you, and you become an expert. You have books, you have audio shows, you are collaborating with some successful people. They give you testimonial. There's a Google factor. So if people search for you, do they find you? So there are a number of ways to be known as an expert, but becoming known as an expert is always a positive. The second is look for joint venture relationships with people who have your target market, who don't compete with you directly, and are looking for helping their community through your services. And you will exchange with those people quite often as well. A lot of big companies have joint venture partnership. Universal Studios might have a relationship with McDonald's, for example, to promote their toys and the movie together, as well as the Happy Meal, and you, I'm sure, know what that looks like. We also need to master negotiating and closing. Negotiating and closing is about having the courage and belief that you personally have something of value to offer that people should pay for. Otherwise, why would anybody be interested in what you have to offer? And if you and I don't have the courage to approach people, engage people, direct people, ask them to do business with us, then we won't get that opportunity either. So make sure that you are able to attract clients. Now, most people, the last part is about support and accountability. So ask yourself, do you have the support? Do you have accountability to make sure that you are able to do the things that you know you should be doing? Like my wife supports me, my daughter, my son, they support me in business. I have other people supporting me in business as well. Without that support, I couldn't do it. I have coaches who hold me accountable. Now, being held accountable is not fun, and I will tell you, I don't like it either. In some places, I'm more willing to be held accountable than others, but without the proper support and accountability, achieving your goals is not going to be easy. So you want to ask yourself, What kind of structure do you need for your goals to be accomplished? What kind of people, resources, and support you need? And what do you need for somebody to remind you what you need to be doing on a consistent basis? Are they holding you to the standards that you need to be held? Because if you and I lower the standards, guess what? We will not be achieving the goals we want to achieve. So 100K income mastery is not a complicated process. But the challenge is we don't always want to focus on the goal daily. We don't want to focus on the skills that have to be developed because that's uncomfortable. And we don't always want to be held accountable to the standards that are required in order to achieve the goal. So if you want to achieve 100,000 income mastery or any number, or you want to achieve any success in any area of your life, if you and I don't have that clarity, we don't have that process, we will always struggle with it. Now, in my case, I've been in business for over 19 years, and I enjoy being in business, being independent. I love speaking. So I'm always looking for opportunities to speak to people, because to me, if I'm speaking in front of groups of people, and if you're local, close by, easy to access, I might even speak for you for free to give you some ideas, your team some ideas on how you can or your team can benefit from improving their mindset, improving the plan that they have in place, looking at the skills that are required for their success and how they can actually improve those skills as well. And last but not least, how can they be consistent? Now, recently I came across a video that my wife actually promoted to me about a lady who went through 100 fears in 100 days. If she can do that, I promise you, you and I can do that as well. But are we willing to raise our own belief in ourselves to a point that we feel we deserve more in life so that we can have the life that we really want? Now, just to wrap up, I enjoy a great life and I could do much better. So trust me, I have a long ways to go and I will. And I'm planning to work till I'm 75. I'm about 56 years old, turning 57 pretty soon. And the reason I'm saying that is because I want to be productive. I want to enjoy. I look at people who are running for election for president, like Trump and Bernie Sanders and even Biden, and I look at their age, it's like, wow, at their age, they're running around the country and it's a taxing job. I mean, I don't know whether you like or not like to, run for president someday, but trust me, the amount of effort it goes in is unbelievable. And the physical, emotional energy required is unbelievable. So I want to work till I'm 75, making good things happen for people, helping people. At the same time, I have to ask myself, am I doing the right things for me and my people so that we are able to help each other as a community? And I'm doing a good job of reaching out to people, helping them as well, and in return, obviously making money, because we are a capitalistic society. We only get paid if we provide value to other people, and I want every one of us to remember that. So hopefully you got some good nuggets about how to create 100,000 income in your business. And obviously, if you make that, you can make a lot more. You are definitely on your way to success. Good luck to you. Thanks again for watching. This is Minesh Baxi.